So DDG is having the big problems right now finding a quality cameraman, man. Let's check it out.
Many of the people who watch streamers, mainly IRL ones, don't really have the cameraman on their mind, and for good reason. They didn't come to watch them. But they are one of the most important components to making any IRL stream or YouTube video digestible. Even if the creator is doing it themselves, the camera work still has to be somewhat solid. Bad camera work leads to the situation DDG is in right now, where he's going off about former cameramen and wages. This all goes back to Streaming University 26. In front of over tens of thousands of viewers, DDG ended up using 3 different cameramen, one being Kai Cenat for a brief segment. This all started when his cameraman couldn't keep up with his running, with DDG's chat calling him fat for breathing so hard. He started crying and going off on him.
Wait! Wait! Wait!
Okay, being too fat, is that a cameraman job or just a weight issue? He just couldn't catch him. Come on, man. Give him some bail on that. He just couldn't catch him, bruh. He just too fat. That got nothing to do with camera work. He just fat.
I heard that shit was saying online. Where's Ed? He quit. Okay.
His camera, alright. His cameraman not having it, bro. DDG, you can't just be taking off running and your cameraman out of shape, man. Nah, bro. That's DDG fault. User error. User error. If I had a fat cameraman, I'm not about to just take off and start running, bro. I'm not, bro. How many times you think Cuz can even do that? Cuz can't keep up, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. He did not come here to run. He came here to film you. You bugging.
Hey, he quit. And I ain't a quitter, and I'm not about to start streaming, bro. So stop that shit. Okay? I be interacting with y'all in the community, trying to fuck with y'all. Y'all keep calling me fat. We need Ed.
Yo, it's where the chat be cooking. It's where the chat be cooking. He said, y'all be calling me fat? Say we bring Ed back. I've been trying to interact with y'all.
Stop breathing. I'm carrying 50 pounds of shit.
It's not nigga stop breathing. The niggas in the chat told him stop breathing. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sorry for pausing y'all. I'm gonna try to keep it. Bro.
Fuck. We still have like 12 hours left of this shit. We got 12 hours left of this shit, bro. I'm thirsty. Oh.
Throughout the day, the chat will say that he's doing a bad job, and DDG told him to lock in so he can potentially be a millionaire like his old cameraman Johnny.
Not true. Hold on. See? And no. Johnny already know everybody. DDG would admit it too. Johnny already knew mad people that was already like, and he was in the circle as well. Johnny wasn't just some nobody, bro. Like, people know Johnny. He already be around other famous people. You feel me? So, nah, I'm not about to act like, you feel me, DDG made Johnny. Nah, I wouldn't just say he's a millionaire because DDG. And, hot take, I don't think Johnny a millionaire yet. Can't front. I think he will be, though.
Lock in. Lock the fuck in. You know what happened to the last that complained?
What?
One of them became a millionaire and one of them quit. I know you don't want that for yourself.
Wait.
Alright, cool. See, DDG, you can't play into the narratives and then get mad when people make these narratives. You sound like a bad boss right now. Like, what? It sounds like people leave you, they do better. You don't want to start that narrative. That's crazy.
That's 50-50. I'll take that.
Well, he didn't lock in and had to get schooled on the basics of what to do after he ruined a potential clip.
Let me ask you this, and when you filming me, are you looking at me or are you looking at the camera? Me? Listen, that's all I need you to do, brother. Pay attention to me and just my eyes and my fingers. If I'm saying something and I'm pointing, that means I want you to look at that person. If I look at them, look at them. If I'm talking to somebody and they start talking, turn that bitch.
Nah, this gotta be embarrassing, especially after what happened.
Okay, you shouldn't have to do that, but I do think that that's good information to tell somebody, like, handing somebody a camera and just saying, yo, go off and do what you're gonna do. It could lead you to getting bad shots. So I guess you do gotta kind of explain that more, DDG, because everybody don't know that. That don't do content. So you got a point there. That's not your fault. That's his fault for sure, for not knowing that.
Earlier, you can obviously see DDG was
that
pissed off.
Chemistry,
like,
though.
content is everything to him. He basically lives and breathes content. This same cameraman will have to get schooled again by Kai Cenat, taking a camera out of his hand and teaching him what to do.
There's a new cameraman. He got an ass.
Yo, God, man, come on, man. It mean more when you say that. That's crazy.
You want me to record for you? No.
Can I see that backpack real quick? Let me see the backpack. Can I see it? Then we look at the camera. Because sometimes I can tell and we not looking at the camera. So it's like,
Why he show him, man? He is fat. Yo, he is fat, yo. Oh, you had that man running? Nah, hell nah. He ain't ran in his life. That dude like he ain't never run ever.
conversation happening, we gotta make sure to panic. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. You feel me? Just like that.
Kai did him dirty putting the camera on him though. He looked so fed up. So fed up that he quit after working less than a week for DDG. Ben the Don and Dub would laugh at him and tell DDG to bring his last cameraman Ed back because he started streaming himself.
The person you called has a voicemail.
Blocking Chris over.
I'm sorry, you can't leave a message.
Blocking. Oh yeah, you done.
He done, boy. I Ben knew he didn't like you though.
Yo, Ben the Don stupid as fuck. I Ben knew he ain't like you though.
Hey, what Hey, Ben, what you think with that AK? No, that nigga, I caught him over there by himself arguing with DD Chat in the
He was arguing with the chat.
Like, y'all shut the fuck up. And y'all called me fat. Wait, what? No, and I was like, why is he doing that? And then at that point, I knew he was like, man, I'm straight on this shit. Yeah, you see, Ed just sparked up about 40 people in there. He said, man, I don't give a fuck. You better go get your nigga back. That's all.
After this cameraman quit, DDG got a replacement, one I'm guessing that lasted until recently, where he had to teach him what to do on stream as well.
Who is David? That nigga named David.
That nigga freak. That nigga.
This nigga said. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. DDG life is fun. His serious stuff be funny as hell. Cause I'm pretty sure he dead ass right now, but he is seriously funny, bro. Look, he tight. Look at his face, yeah. He genuinely upset, bro. Cause niggas just can't hold the camera, bro. Yo, oh my god, yo. Who is David? That nigga named David.
That nigga freak. That nigga.
He was laughing, but I'm sure it gets annoying after a while telling someone what to do, but I'm sure you already gave them the rundown already. Now, the cameraman that quit, whose name is Moda Media, will make a video discussing why he quit, saying,
alright, and see now, this is where they don't get funny no more. You about to do a whole story time, bro. Dudes just gotta shut up, bro. You ain't like the job, it ain't work out. Go about your day, man. And JBM Fargo, good video so far. You gotta talk more though, bro. I just feel like you kind of just playing a bunch of clips.
the work conditions weren't the best, speaking on the hot weather, bad Wi-Fi connection, and the fact that he got a lot of negativity.
To start off, streaming university sucked. It was 92, 94 degree weather, humid as and the campus was huge, way bigger than last year. On top of that, Streamer University had crappy service, terrible Wi-Fi, not just DDGs, but other talents. Streams would go down. At one point, I couldn't reconnect back to the internet, I couldn't read the chat, and I couldn't send text messages myself. On top of the hot weather and the service, I was carrying 50 pounds of weight towards the...
No. Let me stop you right there, buddy. You were carrying way more than 50 pounds of weight before you put on the backpack and the camera. Don't just say it was heavy. No, your whole life is heavy every day. And I'm not trying to bully you, but I'm just saying, like, we gotta start being honest. Like, hating people who are fat complain about things outside of them being fat when it comes to weight. No, it wasn't the camera. It wasn't the fact that it's too hot. Having all that extra unnecessary ass weight would make things a little harder. Not trying to bag on him. I'm just saying in general, like, people love to blame everything but the exact truth. Hey, you didn't do a good job being his type of cameraman, 1. 2, you can't run. That is objectively a fact. 3, you didn't know what to do and other people saw it. Even Kaisnet was like, yo, your camera is not that good. They saw it, bro. They saw it. So it's like, and now you're complaining for just doing a bad job instead of saying, yo, here's how I want to improve. Maybe my stamina not all the way there. Hit the fucking treadmill. Ain't about losing weight. You could be a fat person and know how to run. You just can't even run. Can't run. You worry about reading chat. What the fuck you worried about reading chat? You're there to hold the camera. This is why DDG getting fed up with other people. Ed and Johnny did good jobs. I don't like how other people are now making it seem like they didn't do as good of a job. You know what I mean?
10-hour mark, I was dehydrated as fuck. My body started giving up on me. You know, when you're sweating so much and you're so dehydrated, you know, your shins give out, you get cramps. 13 hours in, I unintentionally started moving slow. 13 hours of just constantly holding the camera up like this. Camera operators are like at the bottom. You know, they treat us like at the bottom. Everything is our fault. I hear from a lot of other camera operators that I was talking to, they also cramped up. Body was giving out due to dehydration. You know, they needed to have a couple minutes to themselves.
All right, and this is an unconventional take, right? At your job, right? Yes, you get breaks and stuff. This entire environment is different, right? This is a high stakes environment. Kaisnet spent, excuse me, Kaisnet spent millions of dollars to make Stream University happen. Kai spent millions of dollars to make Stream University happen, right? So yeah, this is an unconventional situation when it comes to filming right now. This isn't a regular shift. This is like OT. This is like super max OT right now. Everybody's burning the midnight oil because they're trying to get the most clips in this week frame amount of time. You only have a week to get as many clips as you can, basically. So this is not the regular workflow. You know what I mean? So of course it's going to be like a lot going on. You'll be filming for a long time because it's temporary. After this, it's back to desktop streams and a couple pranks and some Taco Tuesdays. You don't got to go crazy. You know what I mean? This is just a specific environment. He complaining though. He sound like a complainer and an excuse maker.
To recharge, you know. All in all, you know, regardless of what may occur at Streamer University, it just didn't work out between me and him. It was mutual. No hard feelings.
It wasn't mutual. If you were good at it, you would have stayed and you wouldn't have left. You were bad at it, so he didn't want you anymore. Then you like, I want to leave because it's not working out for me. No. That don't sound mutual. It sounds like you fucked up. And then you want to say, oh, it's mutual.
Got a lot of love for him, and I hope it's mutual.
I'm sure he knew the type of job he was signing up for, seeing all these different streamers. Like, streams are chaotic, and the salary that he was getting made enough sense for him to take the job in the first place, so I'm sure he understood what he was getting himself into. He then speaks to any aspiring cameraman who wants to work with streamers, comparing it to working for the mafia.
Be prepared to treat it like the mafia. Nothing comes before the mafia. Nothing comes before the talent. Your family, your mental, physical health, errands, what you have to do at the house, talent comes first. You'll get a phone call at 1:30 that they need you at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, and you are obligated to, you know, fulfill that. If you're gonna be a full-time camera operator,
that's like having a job and being on per diem. You can give them per diem hours though. Yo, hey, I'm free Friday, Saturday, Sundays from this time to this time. Other than that, I can only work these times, whatever. Y'all are adults. Y'all can have schedules. There are people who might need a cameraman. Like, okay, when Ben the Don, when Ben the Don cameraman Bryce go on vacation, he needs somebody else to hold the camera for a couple days. People are gonna always. I think being a substitute cameraman is like a job in itself. You can just study that and swap in with people who want vacations. He didn't even think about the actual business mindset. This the meta. If you have the meta right now. For anybody that was at Stream University and you're a cameraman, you need to get all the numbers of all the other cameramen and ask them to give you a schedule on when they want to take a break so you can substitute in and get that money for that allotted time. You would never have to work long hours like that. You could make your own schedule and you can work with some of the biggest clients ever and build your portfolio rather than being a cameraman for one person only.
I suggest you have a strong program that goes well with physical, having a strong relationship with God or whoever.
He said you gotta have a strong relationship with God and physical. Don't give nobody no physical advice. This is another problem about being fat. Fat people always got a bunch of health advice. You shouldn't do that. If you're overweight, don't tell people what they need to do with their body. If you do, then tell them what you're not doing with yours. So they can see the effects of it. Because this is just like the pot calling a kettle black. Make sure you're in physical shape to be a cameraman. No, that's just you. You couldn't run. And DDG got little pixie legs, and he was running. You just can't run, bro. You was out of breath. You don't work out. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro.
Believe with spiritually, or this job can really take a toll on you, especially when
I ain't trying to be mean
you're in the
buddy,
middle
but
of the limelight with unintentionally.
Like
the
this weak
haters
shit.
and the trolls and the harassment can really get to your head. Seriously, I'm grateful that I have a strong connection with God. I have a good loving family back at home.
This is 100% facts. Your whole life basically revolves around the streamer you work for and their hours. It's long hours some days, and based on what I've seen online, some cameramen don't even get a lot of breaks. It's just the nature of the job. After hearing these comments and comments from Ed, DDG will go on a rant on stream saying that no cameraman will ever make close to as much or more money than a streamer that they're filming, comparing them to McDonald's workers and saying the benefits of connection / traveling with him is worth more than the salary itself.
Niggas will indirectly try to diss working for me, but niggas was so excited. Like, that shit be blowing me, bro. Like, you don't know how much cameraman's paid. Tell him how much you was paid at this point, bro. Like, I don't give a no. Let me put this in your brain. No cameraman will ever make as much money as the nigga they're filming. When a McDonald's nigga, a nigga that's working at McDonald's, Checkers, In-N-Out, when they making them burgers, you think they think in their head, damn, bro, I don't want to make these burgers no more because the nigga that owned In-N-Out, the nigga that worked hard is to get to this point in his life to make this much money is making more than me. It's not fair. Oh, I made 20 burgers today. I need more money. No, not what it is.
The only problem with him saying this is DDG come off as like a money hungry tyrant kind of person. Like him falling out with J Cinco, that's over money. You know what I mean? Him getting into beef with anybody, I got more money than you. Him getting into beef with other people talking about music, but you don't got no money. Like, you know what I mean? He keep going back to that. People starting to. But this is because of stuff like this. When he talking about the analogy of being the CEO who built the business, he is correct at that. But that same CEO got a right hand. He got a right hand who was there the whole time. And he pays them really, really well to not go bring his talent somewhere else. Ed and Johnny wanted to be streamers. What they could have did was go be cameramen for bigger streamers. But they didn't do that. But I'm pretty sure that they could have did that. Yo, I have a resume of already doing this. I want to work with you. Let me know when your nigga go on fucking vacation. Let me tap in. But the problem with this is you're not paying them for no reason, DDG. You're paying them so they don't want to go look for another job, for another gig. You taking care of niggas is going to make them enablers. And then when they got any inspiration or aspiration, they're going to leave from that. So what I suggest is give them more money, but stop paying for everything. The travel and stuff, your job would like cover that. But the food and shit, like, yo, buy your own food, gang. Get your own Wagyu. Get your own whatever. Because having them live a taste of your lifestyle, but they don't really have the actual money and the means to upkeep that when they go back home, is going to breed resentment. And that's something that you can't control, DDG, but that's something that you're breeding in other people. Whether they know or not, they resent the fact that they get to do what you do only when they with you, and then they got to go back to their apartment. You see what I'm saying? So I'm in the mansion all day, 10 hours. Now I got to go back to my crib for 4 hours and sleep and eat noodles. When you pull somebody in and out of that vacuum, you can see how they can get aggressive or resentful or lazy or just want better for themselves. You know what I mean? Because it is motivating to be around millionaires. It's motivating. Not necessarily bad. And they also shouldn't talk about it like it was a terrible gig. The hours ain't match up. That's a per diem job. The hours just ain't match up. That's all. But they got what they got out of it. You know? The experience, the money, and the notoriety. And now Johnny and Ed are building fan bases. You know what I mean?
Y'all trying to diss niggas, but it's like, y'all don't understand, bro. Like, niggas that work for me, bro, as a cameraman, you live a beautiful life. You travel the world, you meet the coolest people in the world. Like, every nigga that ain't ever worked for me would tell you that. You can't.
But everybody don't want that, though. Like, that's the thing, too, though. Like, some niggas is cool with having a girl locking in, having a family locking in, and then going to their job and coming home. The problem with being a cameraman for a streamer is you don't have your personal life. Your own personal life does come second. They do got a point to that. JB and Fargo, I'm going to give you a little sub, man. I do like this vid, bro. Give you a like, too, man. Make sure y'all like this vid, too.
Say that you don't. Just because you ain't getting paid a $100,000 or whatever the
hit that subscribe button so you want to watch videos with
that
me.
Don't mean a nigga ain't spending damn near that much. Flying niggas across the world, putting niggas in the nice hotels, Airbnbs, feeding niggas. Boy, I'm a great boss. I feed my cameraman, y'all. All this shit online where we be joking and shit like cameraman don't eat. If nigga, we go to Steak 48, you think I'm gonna tell my cameraman to go to In-N-Out? No, nigga, get a Wagyu. F it. I'm rich as hell. I'm not finna go.
And this is where you see. This is where you lose it, bro. You rich as hell, but they feel underpaid. That's what big corporations do. When you that huge of a business, all right, cool. You can just swap them out. You're a small business, DDG. You're a profitable one, but you're a really tiny business. You got maybe like a network of 5, probably, right? Let's call it a network of 12 tops. That's a really small business. If you can't manage 12 people, that's a you thing. Can't find. If this one dude right here just need more money to sit, like, man, like, let's talk, bro. What, you don't want to do this or something? Is it a money thing? Is it more money type thing? And then you get to add more rules. If I'm giving you more money, then I ain't paying for your food. If I'm giving you more bread, if I'm giving you the money to be able to afford certain things where you don't leave, then some of the costs and earnings got to be on you because you got the money to do so now. Instead, you're paying them in rewards and experiences like a woman. These are dudes. And men and women aren't the same. We don't react the same to handouts. You know what I mean? You don't feel like a man.
Above and beyond paying them off just because I'm making more money. It makes no sense. This is a business.
No, that does make sense. When you do better, they should do better. Not as good, to your point. But if you hit a big lick and you do millions of views, they don't get the same pay. If it's your small core, they don't get the same pay. Y'all supposed to win together, and that's the difference. They aren't part of your team. They're your workers. And that's the difference. You know what I mean? And ain't nothing wrong with that if that's how you want to run your ship. But don't act like, yo, these my dogs, these my homies, because that's not what's going on right now. They work for you. This is the rate. This is what they get paid. And that's how it seems. I don't know the in and out, so let me not talk, you know what I mean? I don't know the in and out of it. But, no pun intended, by the way, because he said in and out. But don't make it seem like y'all friends, because y'all not friends, gang. Like, yeah, y'all not homies, bro. Like, he worked for you. So don't do no buddy junk. Like, just keep it straight professional then.
That's not how businesses work. Just because you're an individual doesn't mean that I don't operate like a business.
Now I see a lot of comments saying 2 to 3K a month when the rate that DDG was paying them was not disclosed at all. People are just running with a narrative from Twitter pages and comment bots. I agree with what DDG said as far as how much cameramen make relative to the streamer that they work with. People just don't like the analogy he used on top of the fake $3,000 number. No cameraman is ever gonna make as much as the talent that they film. Streamers are always gonna be the main character.
Not true. That's also not true. If you only film for one person, yeah. But the dudes who do Lyrical Lemonade, they richer than a lot of rappers. Jerry Productions that was filming all the Chirac niggas, he richer than a lot of rappers, bro. Like, you feel me? When you put your eggs in one basket, I'm pretty sure if you was doing camera work for DDG, Kai Cenat, AMP shoots, Duke Dennis from time to time when he needs somebody, Mr. Beast. If you was freelancing, you would totally make way more money than just working for just one person who don't see a reason on paying you. He said it himself. His words get him in trouble. DDG got to keep it more peace-key and be like, yo, bro, it just ain't work out. It is what it is. Next. Because he that popping to do so. When he go online and have to explain himself, he put his foot in his mouth and he come off arrogant and not likable, man. That's messed up.
Of their platform. That's just a no-brainer. The dumbest comment I saw was someone saying DDG can spend $300,000 on a car or some chrome hearts, but can tell me what I'm not worth. And to that I'll say what he's spending his money on has nothing to do with what you make as a cameraman. That could be from music or some other venture that he made money from. And according to the Capaholics page on Twitter, who I think is a mod in DDG's chat, both his cameramen got about 5 figures per month at minimum, adding up to 100K plus per year. That does not sound like slave wages to me. To prevent any potential problems in the future with people wanting to get paid their worth, instead of negotiating a set salary, it should be a percentage of revenue made per stream, and whatever way you want to calculate it or split it. Just pay people based on the time that they put the work in. DDG also says the job of a...
That's how per diem works though, too, though. By the way, yeah. When you're doing per diem kind of work, or like when you're on call, this is more like on call, right? So at like certain jobs and job sites, they got something called on call. So what you have to do is when your phone ring, you have to go work. No matter what you're doing in that moment, you got to just have your phone on and have it ready to just be in work mode whenever. So, right? But that comes in on call money. There are pay differentials in place for that, right? So you're going to get paid way more money, basically. And I understand the 100,000 sound like a lot of money, but they could get a regular job for that, or they could do content and make 100,000 a year. Can't front, you know. And 100,000 is good money. Don't get me wrong. But if they can make that themselves, then why wouldn't they? And not have to be on call, or, you know, have to just be pulling up whenever he want. I think it's the flexibility problem too. Like, money is one thing, but quality of life is also there too, I think.
Cameraman is easy, saying that these cameramen complain too much.
It's not the craziest job in the world. It's not fucking simple. Hold the camera, make sure the battery's charged, travel the world, go out to the club with a nigga. We at the club, we see, you know, I'm a cool nigga. I'm not saying gotta go home. We, you know what I'm saying? Bro, we good. Like, this is what I tell every nigga that work for me. If you're tired, I'm 20 times more tired.
See, and this, it's just shit like that, but you can't say stuff like that. Because it sounds like you don't appreciate the person. Like, you might not even be wrong. But you can't say stuff like that to people who work for you and think that they're going to feel good. Them feeling tired and you feeling tired, two different tired. You might be able to handle your tired. Everybody can't handle what you handle, which is why you make more money. That makes sense. But you don't have to throw that in their face and be like, yo, you shouldn't be tired because I'm not tired. That sounds arrogant and inconsiderate. This is why you shouldn't even talk about this kind of shit. You rich as hell, man. You keep addressing these niggas for no reason.
I can't leave the camera. You hold it. You can zone out. As long as you get the angles, I don't give a f if you texting on your phone or not. I don't give a f what you doing. As long as you getting the angles, you could be f***ing your girl. As long as you get the angles, it's cool. I'm not tripping. I don't give a f what you do. It's an easy job. You talking about it's hot. Duh, nigga. It's summertime. Too much complaining. Not enough angles.
The part about the job
He
being
right about that,
easy
though.
varies from job to job, but it's definitely not manual labor, I'll tell you that. As far as the point about connections, traveling, food, and lodging being paid on top of the normal rate, I think that's 100% reasonable. I honestly don't think that's a bad deal at all. Whatever experience and relationships built from working around DDG will go a long way. And based on what Dub said on stream one time, I think his last cameraman, Ed, felt like he could have got way more just to fund his other ventures, and that's one of the reasons why he left.
You know, cause you talk about how much cameramen start getting paid, then he's like, oh, you getting paid that much? Then they start asking for raises.
That's why Ed quit.
Yeah. How much for DDG paying?
Enough. And it wasn't enough, I guess, for him.
Throughout his online career, I'm sure DDG has had plenty of cameramen, but none stood out like Johnny and Ed. That's why they're mentioned so much. Johnny worked with DDG for a short time, but they got really close, even being featured in some of DDG's storylines. Sometime last year, he quit to pursue streaming, where he made over $500,000 in his first.
Johnny might be up at M. Stand corrected. Average view is 4,000. Johnny might be up at M. But this the thing though. Johnny is an anomaly. It didn't take DDG to do this. Johnny got to put the work in also, bro. He worked for this shit. Can't front.
Month, and is still pretty successful today.
Ain't no motherfucking, I know ain't no cameraman, bro. Ain't no pre-cameraman is making more money than Johnny. Johnny's the richest cameraman turned streamer.
But it's the problem, DDG. You go back to the money. This ain't even your money and you talking about it. Like it come off a way. I don't think he genuinely like this. I think he just gets clipped in his frame. He talk about money too much. I think he can't believe how much money he got. Because he can't help but bring it up.
There is.
Ed, on the other hand, worked on and off for DDG before eventually quitting recently to pursue clothing design and streaming. Like I mentioned earlier, both were paid pretty well. However, while streaming, Ed would constantly mention that the work that he was doing may not have been enough to fund his life outside of being a cameraman, and even mentions being an advocate for cameramen.
Depending how valuable you are will determine if you can even pass that or if you're just there. You might get benefits, you might get certain things, but when you work at any job, there's a maximum pay. When you go to college and you're figuring out what your passion is, you could go look up salary pay for the year for any job and it will tell you minimum, maximum. And at the end of the day, when I did this job, I think I've done it. I went through from beginning to end. I dropped out, I chased my dream, I did my job. I've experienced it. But is this pay going to take me to the point where I'm going to be able to do the things I love and dream about?
Ed, shut the fuck up. Because you're not thinking about the main thing. Even if he gave you the money, dumbass, DDG's a workaholic. He works so hard when he'd be able to spend the motherfucking money. That's the issue. It's not really the money. The job itself is for people who have the time to do it. You have to have the time and the passion for doing just that. And even if you do got the passion to be a cameraman, you probably got a production company, so you won't be just working with one person. It's a temporary gig. It's on call.
Am I going to be able to retire my parents? Am I going to be able to level up my life and have a family of mine that I want to take care of them and have them live the life they want to live? I want to be an advocate for cameramen. I think that's a good direction to go into. You know, a lot of cameramen get, hey, you can't you can't eat, you can't drink, you can't eat food. Man, f you, bro. You know, people are joking about that shit, but like, number one, they're humans. And number two, there is actual laws, gang. These laws aren't being applied to these cameramen. As streamer, you got to, it's like, it's damn near like they've never played a team sport before. Like, you gotta show love to the lineman. You gotta show love to your center.
Alright, this whole cameraman can't eat junk. Let's nip that in the bud. Who gonna stop it from getting something to eat? They gonna fire you from getting some chicken nuggets? Bro, then you could cry. Yo, gang, I was hungry. Ain't nobody about to eat in my face anyway. Yo, if you eating, tripod, bow. Y'all eating and talking, I'm about to go grab something to eat. No, this is how this gonna go. This how this gonna go. This is not a regular job. This is an on-call job. Which means on-call rules apply. When you on-call, nobody with you when you on-call. That's just you. Your boss ain't with you when you on-call. You can go to McDonald's if you want to. You can eat if you want to, but y'all grown men and y'all don't set boundaries. This is a human thing. Y'all don't speak up for yourselves either, though. You wait until you get by yourself to say all this shit.
Fucking paint, boxing out everybody, trying to get the board every time, just stamina, running back and forth, doing the dirty work while you over here spotting up at the 3 line, waiting for your guard to pass you the ball so you could take a wide open 3 or pass the ball out, while this guy's fucking body on body fighting the next 6-foot fucking big man trying to get every board so you guys can get a second chance opportunity. Like, no, these cameramen need to be respected.
This may not mean Ed was underpaid like a slave or something, like most of the internet thinks, but probably not paid to his liking based on his personal goals. There's situations like these, and there's situations like Lacey and his cameraman, where he pays him about $20K per month and even gave him a $5,000 raise after seeing what other cameramen went through at Streamer U.
All these cameramen were holding cameras, holding probably 20 to 40 pounds of equipment in a backpack, and IRL walking around in 100-degree weather for 15 plus hours a day.
Right.
And they also had, in my opinion, the worst sleeping and living conditions possible. Their beds.
See, okay, and this the nuance. Is the okay, DDG, I need you to talk about this. This the nuance. If they're saying they wasn't treated the best and they want more people to, you know, kind of show love and care about them, and then you got a streamer who is also willing to pay them more because he agrees, isn't the truth somewhere in the middle? If you, and this the problem about talking about money all the time. If you rich as hell, it shouldn't matter how much Lacey making. If you got money like that, then pay them. Like that's what it comes off as. Not saying that you should do it, because I think DDG has a point. I'm saying it just sounds bad coming from you when you want to act flexy, but you pick and choose when you want to be flexy. And I feel like niggas with money don't really do that. They just be flexy all the time, or you know what I mean, or not at all.
Literally looked like jail cells. Like they literally didn't have. So big shout out to all the cameramen that were there. None of Streamer U would be possible without the cameramen. Drew told me that on his phone he walked over 50 miles in the days we were at Streamer U, which means Drew walked over 2 marathons.
Wow.
So I don't know how that was, because I was obviously rolling around, but big shout out to them and big shout out to Drew. Right. I haven't told Drew this, but I'm gonna be giving Drew $5,000 extra for cameramaning at Streamer U.
This whole thing just makes me think, like, I would never want to be a...
See, and you don't do that to flex. You do that to say, yo, I appreciate the work that you do for me. It's so valuable. Let me know you appreciate it. That's like when your job give you a pizza party, they try to do that to like lower the actual like tension of it. This is better. I'm gonna give you $5,000 and let you know, yo, shit was real. Thank you.
Cameraman for a streamer, bro. It's long hours carrying heavy equipment. Sometimes you don't eat or take breaks for long stretches of time, and you're following around a person doing random stuff for hours. Yeah, you get paid, but I can see why some cameramen want to pursue other things. Imagine a streamer like Rakai or Dean the Great's cameraman, where they're just doing the wildest stuff on stream and you got to keep up for 8 to 15 hours at a time. And another component I ain't even mentioned is the streamer ego, and yeah, that's a no for me, dog. Some people are just meant to help push someone else's movement. You gotta be really passionate about this to do this, man. But let me know what you think about this in the comments, man. Make sure you join the Discord if you new. I'm in there.
Follow my boy, man. JBN Fargo, good video. I wish you talked more though, bro. Not gonna lie, I think you be having some good takes. Good luck watching this video with me, man. What do y'all think about the whole cameraman situation, man? What do y'all think about DDG saying? Yeah, what do y'all think about DDG talking about the camera situation, man? Leave in the comments. What do you think? I'm curious. I think he has some points. I do think that if you're as rich as you say, pay him and drop that bread. Don't say I'm rich as hell, I don't care about money, and then don't want to pay the person when you're clearly making a lot of money. If they could walk away, anybody who walking away from a quote-unquote good pay, then they feel like they can make more. People don't leave if they feel like they're getting paid more than what they think they're worth. And no, you don't got to make them a millionaire, no. But if you feel like you're super rich and you can afford it, then just drop the bag. You spend more money on chicks than you do on your team. It's how it looks. And I'm not saying this to be deceitful. I'm just saying, like, that's how people look at it. But click this video right here, or click this subscribe button right here, whichever's on here. You want to watch the next video. I'll see you on the next one, man.